like any film, there was a few complicated sequences that we felt we needed to pre-viz. There was car chase, the 76th floor destruction, and Mama Falls at the end of the film. They were all critical in the sense that there was a sort of technical reason to pre-viz them in terms of how we shoot it. Destruction of the 76th floor was a kind of a very technically difficult thing to shoot. It's like, how much do you shoot with special effects? How much do you use with visual effects? When we first shot that sequence, it looked flat and unimpressive. But then that's when the visual effects kick in, you know, when you add those tracer fires and the dust and the debris, and you add it on top of everything, and suddenly it looks incredibly dangerous. Mama Falls is very similar. Mama Falls was technically difficult. How do we make it look real? How do we make it look dangerous? And then, of course, because we have this slow-mo effect, how do we make it look beautiful? So we had a lot of challenges there. Again, if you look at the previous, we looked at reference of films. There's a classic shot in there where we've got like a really wide camera, which is specifically there because it's like a witness camera, if you like. It's like someone witnessing someone falling off a building. And then, of course, you're going into the slow motion, and you're going into, we want to make this look beautiful at the same time. And again, you know, from the previous, if you see how we previewed that, the shots are incredibly similar. The other sequence we previewed was the car chase, and the car chase was kind of different in a way. That was part of it was to kind of feel the space and feel what kind of cameras we'd want to use. Traditionally, stereo works well with wide lenses and with lots of depth and layers in your scene, whereas car chases tend to be shot with long lenses to make it feel like it's faster than it is. So you end up with a conundrum there. And I think what we did with the Pre-Viz was we looked at those things, and we looked at the idea that yes, you could have long lenses to get the speed in the shots, but you need to come out wide sometimes and get enough depth in your scene to give you an interesting shot. So again, if you kind of look at the Pre-Viz cut in with the final action, you'll see that is actually pretty much how it turned out. It's very clear to see in the final shots how close they actually are to the concepts that we did in the initial stages. And that's due to the sort of just the synthesis of the visual effects working so closely with the creative force behind the film at the very earliest stage. So we were building our visual effects effectively from the word go. And if you look at the final result on the film, you'll see very clearly that those concepts became shots in the film exactly as they were imagined.